Hello and welcome to the Middle School Bookmarkers Super Quick Read Aloud Show. This episode we are checking out Midnight for Charlie Bone by Jenny Nemo. Let's dig in and see if this is something you might want to read. We're jumping into our passage preview. This is from the prologue. Long, long ago, a king arrived in the north. They called him the Red King because he wore a scarlet cloak and his shield was emblazoned with a burning sun. It was said that he came out of Africa. This king was also a marvelous magician, and each of his 10 children inherited a small part of his power. But when the king's wife died, 5 of his children turned to wickedness, and the other 5, seeking to escape the corruption that surrounded their evil siblings, left their father's castle forever. Broken-hearted, the Red King vanished into the forest that covered the kingdoms of the north. He did not go alone, however, for he was followed by his 3 faithful cats. Leopards, to be precise. We must never forget the cats. The manifold and fabulous powers of the Red King were passed down through his descendants, often turning up quite unexpectedly in someone who had no idea where they came from. This is what happened to Charlie Bone and to some of the children he met behind the grim, gray walls of Bloor's Academy. Now let's take a look at just a little bit of Chapter 1. This chapter is titled Charlie Hears Voices. On a Thursday afternoon, just after tea, Charlie Bone saw smoke. He happened to be looking out of his window when a dark cloud lifted above the autumn trees. The wind blew it south, and it moved through the skyline like a great floating whale. Somewhere, on the other side of the city, there was a fire. Charlie could hear a fire engine racing toward it. He had no idea that in mysterious and unexpected ways, he was connected to it and would soon be drawn to the place where it had begun. Charlie slept well, got up the next morning, and went to school. After school, Charlie and his friend, Benjamin Brown, walked home together as usual. The cloud of smoke had gone, but the sky was stormy and dark. A fierce wind sent red and gold leaves racing down Filbert Street. Benjamin crossed the road to number 12, while Charlie stopped at number 9. Most of the people who lived at number 9 complained about the large chestnut tree in front of it, how dark it made their rooms, how damp and creaky it was, and how it would probably fall on the roof one day and kill them all in their beds. Needless to say, no one at number 9 did anything about it. Complaining to one another was as far as they went. They were that sort of family, or rather, those sorts of families. That's it for the passage preview. Let's take a look at a review. On Amazon, they give it a perfect 5 out of 5 stars with 452 ratings, and we see that it's part of a series. This is the first book in an 8-book series. We've got the back of the book summary coming up, but first, if you're an educator, here are some common core connections that you could connect to a read aloud like this. And here's the back of the book summary. Charlie doesn't want to believe it when he can hear people speaking through their photographs, but his horrible aunts are delighted. It means that he is one of the chosen. Sent to a special school that is filled with hidden secrets and mysterious rooms, Charlie must use his wits as well as his powers to escape from the clutches of the evil Dr. Bloor. Midnight for Charlie Bone by Jenny Nemo is 416 pages long. The audiobook is about 7 hours if you want to go that route. And this is definitely fantasy. I am getting some strong Harry Potter vibes. So if you like books like Harry Potter, you should probably check this out. All right, let's wrap this baby up. Moment of truth. Is this book for you? First thing you want to ask yourself is, are you interested in the plot and the characters? And do you want to know more? Second, do you feel like you can comfortably read this by yourself? And some curiosity fuel for you. What do you think Charlie will learn at Bloor's Academy? And finally, the summary mentions Charlie's horrible aunts and the evil Dr. Bloor. What kinds of problems might Charlie face based on these descriptions? Alright guys, that's it for this book preview. Hopefully by now you know if this book's a good match for you. Please click like and subscribe and whatever other good stuff YouTube throws down there. And check out some of the other stuff that we have on the Middle School Bookmarkers YouTube channel. We'll see you later.